Ben, you said pre-game that tonight's performance was going to be about effort. Did you see enough of that tonight?
Yeah, we saw plenty of it. I thought we really started well, obviously. Getting Jai in the bin obviously hurt us, but there was effort all day. I don't think we deserved that scoreline, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, so we've just got to move forward.
There was a moment that Taylor May scored a try in the second half as it just looked like no one was making an effort there. Have you got any comment on that play?
Well, I think the ball went dead. The boys are trying to get back as quick as they can. We've done a lot of work by then, so fatigue's going to get you at some stage. Taylor made a great play too, so credit to him.
Ben, can you talk us through the week? It's been an emotional week, of course, with Jason moving on. What were the emotions like tonight before the game and even halftime and even after the game, what you say to the boys?
We tried to keep it as normal as possible. I know that's not possible in that sort of week, but we tried to do as best we could. I thought Cam and the senior players did a great job with that. Before the game, we were excited for the game. Like, we're going up against the Premiers. We get a chance to make a statement, and I thought we did that. So now it's about moving forward, taking that same desire, that same commitment, the stuff we showed out there, and do it for longer periods.
Did you hear from JD before the game?
I spoke to JD 2 nights ago. Yeah, so.
Cam, do you feel like there was effort there?
Yep. Yeah, look, I know the scoreline didn't reflect it, and I know you can nitpick different scenarios and moments out there where you can say there was no effort. But like Benny said, a lot of fatigue in our defensive line. A lot of people playing out of position. Jai in the bin. A few injuries there too. So we're playing wounded, but I still think that there's some good moments in there and some good things to reflect back on and really base the way that we want to play our footy moving forward. So still emotional. Everyone hates losing. So it's not all smiles in our change room, not at all. But we just we tried to turn up today and make a statement, like Benny said. But we'll come up against a good opposition. So little moments in there that were good, but we're going to be fighting hard for the rest of the season, I think, and just trying to get back to our best footy. So I'm still proud of the boys. We talked about a lot of effort, particularly for Cookie's 200th, and he's a special player in our side, and his greatest trait is his effort and giving himself to his teammates, and we really try to channel that and give it back to him today. And I know the scoreline didn't reflect that, but like I said, there was some moments out there that we can be proud of, and it really was an honour to play in one of our good mates' 200th games. So we'll move forward from this.
Cam, as the captain of the club, just how tough has this week been on you with everything that's happened with JD and everything else?
It's not ideal circumstances, so I'm not going to sit here and lie and say it was easy. But in saying that, it probably wasn't as hard as everyone thinks it was. At the end of the day, we're footy players, and it's about the men in the change room and us turning up as a group and teammates, and just trying to go out there and be good teammates and make good memories out there and play for your mates. So we're footy players. This is what we love to do, and what happens on the outside and what we can't control is irrelevant for us. And the more time we spend worrying about that, the more time it takes us away from what we can actually control, and that's just turning up and playing and trying to play our best footy, trying to be good teammates. And so, like Benny said, we try to keep the messaging pretty simple and keep it normal. And it's been a tough week, but that's footy. We're going to move on.
Ben, just an update on Jai and Dean Hawkins, how are they
going? Not good. Jai looks like he's got a syndesmosis. Dean's got a quad strain, so not ideal.
Did you have a view on the tackle that seemingly led to that injury for Jai Gray?
Well, you saw it as well, didn't you? Can't do it.
Cam has already talked about Wayne Bennett being brought back to this club. As someone who's played under him before, what do you think he could bring back that's currently missing?
To be honest, it's a hard question to answer because it doesn't really matter. Like, Wayne or whoever's coaching us next year is coaching us next year, so we're worried about next week. Benny's here as our interim coach, and that's that.
Ben, what do you want to get out of not just next week but this season? Like we heard Blake say that it was about improvement and not necessarily the finals yesterday, but from your point of view, what are you hoping to achieve with this?
Exactly that. We want to improve. We're not happy where we are, so we want to improve it. We want to improve it next week and the week after and the week after. So nothing's changed for us.
What's that going to take with this group?
Another effort like that with a little bit more smarts around it and a little bit more discipline.
Benny, you joked about Wayne Bennett taking your job before you'd even had the chance to coach one game before the game. How much will you lean on him in the coming weeks? I know you're pretty close with him.
Oh, I'm not sure. I mean, me and Wayne talk regularly, so yeah, I'll ask for his advice like anyone would. But yeah, I thought we put in a good performance there for long periods. We just got to be doing it for longer.
What was your simple message to you tonight before your first game?
Just to be me. That's what Wayne says nearly every time. Just be you. Can't try and be someone else, so just be you.
Cam, there've been for weeks there've been talk about JD and that external pressure, but now that he's been moved on and you know Ben's going to be coach for the rest of the year, is it going to be easier for the group to move on rather than having all that chat about whether JD was going to be stood with the coach? Is it like a full stop for the players now? Okay, Ben's our coach. Let's get on with it.
Yeah, I guess in a way, probably. Like, we tried not to let the external pressure, affect us. But, it's probably in the back of our minds, to be honest. And everyone's on socials, so everyone's scrolling and seeing everything that's going on there. And so, yeah, maybe a little bit.
Got to see Whiteman and Walker in the halves together. Wasn't part of the plan, but it could be. What did you think about how they went out there together, and is that the options going forward?
We're probably a little bit clunky in that department, but it's hard to say. Like, I just don't know what we're going to pick next week with the injuries we've got. So we just have to sit down with the rest of the staff and see what we can come up with to get the result we want.
Cam, can you just talk to the mindset of Latrell? It's going to be great to have him back, obviously, but obviously before he got suspended, and when he got suspended, there was talk that he had to address the group. What have you seen from him to know he's ready to come back?
Well, he's been training well. He's been prepping us really well. He's been carving up at training. So, yeah, we just want, just keep it. Latrell plays best, I think, when he just keeps it simple in his head. So, we're not expecting him to come in and solve all our problems and, make us into the informed team of the NRL or whatever. We just want him to come in and just be him. So, he'll, obviously, he's got a presence about him, and he'll definitely come in and boost our moods and confidences a little bit. But, yeah, we just want Latrell to be Latrell.
Can I just ask lastly for Jai? He looked like that shoulder or chest or whatever was troubling him. How is he, and is that something he's just going to manage every single game?
Yeah, he's fine. I spoke to him in there. He said he got a couple of whacks on it, so we were going to think about taking him off at the back end of the game, but he said, no, I'm good to stay out here, so that's usually a good sign for us.
And just with Latrell, I take it he'll come back at fullback now with Jai Gray out. And was there a temptation to maybe bring him back through the centre? There was a bit of talk about that.
No.
Fullback next week.
Thanks, guys.
This year, NRL on 9 is your one-stop shop for all footy.
That's right, Freddie. Not about the highlights. Action. 7 days a week.
Billy and Gus podcast, get that on your drive on the way home. Immortal Behaviour. Grab a seat on the couch for that. And, of course, my favourite, Freddie in the Own.
The best footy brains, the biggest games.
Don't trust the algorithm. Subscribe to NRL on 9 and get all your entertainment there.